So today's topic is the way to be successful. So I've been talking to maybe unsuis and members and attendees of Laws of Wealth, but every time I speak, it was maybe some of the parts, some of the contents, so not whole thing. And so today is a chance to talk about this, about success to everybody at once. So I chose this topic, and some of the contents that I speak, maybe you heard already, but some of them don't. So my topic today is successful, being successful. Okay, so the first thing that I'd like to talk here is you have to set the destination. So which is, do you have your own goal? Have you planned your this year's goal or target? Where you want to go? It is like ship on the ocean, in the ocean. So unless you have a destination, you are just, that's right, drifting in the middle of the vast ocean and goes nowhere. So you have to set the destination. That's the first point. In 1 year, what you want to do. In 2 years, or in 5 years, in 10 years. So you have to set the goal. And to achieve your goal, do you know what to do? So that's the topic I'm going to talk today. So there's one of statistics, a report about setting goals and the results of the students from Harvard University, United States. So this was, I think, reported many years ago. So, but this shows what you need to do for your goal, or for your dream, for your target. So let's say A group, 3% of the students set the goal and made the plans, then wrote down on a piece of paper about their dreams. Okay, that's 3% of the students who graduate from Harvard University, United States. And a B group, out of 100%, 13% of them set their goals, but they didn't plan anything further, and also they didn't write down on a piece of paper. Okay, and out of 100%, 84% of them didn't set their goals. So they were only thinking about the vacations and what they want to do, after graduating. So they didn't set anything. Okay, so there are three groups: A group, B group, C group. 3%, 30%, and 84%. So researchers check the future of them 10 years later. So average income of B group was twice as much as that of C. Okay, and then moreover, average income of A group was 10 times as much as that of the others. So that means B and C group. So what I'd like to say here is set the goal, set the destination, and also make plans in details. And hopefully write down your dream on the paper. So that makes huge difference, as you can see. So this is showing us what is important to achieve your goal. So I'm going to try to explain a little more in details today. Set the goal, that's important, but it should be very big. And a big aspiration is needed. So suppose there is no limitation, there is nothing impossible, and also suppose you have everything you need and everything you want to accomplish your dream. Okay? So Master said in a lecture, some of the lectures, he was talking about the chess. So that's a Japanese chess. Okay? So he has some level in a chess, Japanese chess. But he said he would win anybody if he had all the, how do you say? Yeah, all the pieces that he wants, you know. So he can use everything he can, you know, he wants. So once game starts, you know, usually people loses the pieces, right? Or gain. But if he has everything or as many as possible, he can use. So he will win anybody, although the opponents are in the black belts, whatever. So that's what he said. So suppose there's no limitation and also everything is possible, nothing impossible. And you have everything you need and everything you want to accomplish your dream. So then think what you really want to do and what you really want to become. So that's the first point. Have a big dream. Have a big aspiration. You know, you cannot say, oh, I cannot do this, or I cannot do that, or there's a limitation. You know, my environment is, or my boss is like this. So you have to have a big dream as much as possible. Because from the Think Big, the Master's book, Master says, although you can't achieve your target if you set a big goal, I think it is no problem to have that kind of situation which you cannot get to the point where you set. In fact, you won't make progress and your work won't become bigger unless you set a large target. And a basic rule here is, you will not be bigger than what you think. Okay? So please have a big dream. So that's the point. Okay? So I said that destination is important, but to make your destination, you have to have big thinking. So that's the second point. And then the third point is find your mission. So I read one of the books, not by Master, but it was written like this: you are an employee of the Lord or of the God. So you think you are working in a company and your boss is always human being, but your real employer is the Lord. Because works and the jobs on this earth is always helping people's happiness. So that's why work exists and a job exists. So your real employer is the Lord or God. As his legs, as his hands, as his maybe body, you are here and actually contributing his will to make people happier. Okay, so you have to think like that. And also, in that sense, you were sent by him to the earth to do your mission. Okay? So that's why you have to find your mission. you are sent by Him to do something that you are good at. Okay? And also Master says, the first enlightenment in your 20s is to find your mission on this earth. Okay? So finding mission is your first enlightenment in your 20s. Okay? So then you can set the goal, you can have destination where you want to go. Okay? So that's why the Lord descended to this earth and telling the truth, teaching us the truth. So Happy Science books and Happy Science temples are always for you to find out what your mission is. That's why self-reflection is needed, and meditation is important, and also prayer is effective. And I can say studying, reading, and attending seminars are chances for you to find your mission too. In my case, when I was 20 years old, as a student of university, so I encountered Happy Science teachings. I was delivering newspapers every day, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning, and I tried to, distribute all the newspapers. I had almost 300 homes. I was in charge of those. And after the schools, I came back and I delivered newspapers again, a little less, but about maybe 1.5 hours. So 3 hours in the morning and 1.5 hours in the evening, I was delivering newspapers to the houses. So the other students also are working together, and the student next to me, next door, I was living in a dormitory, and he was living next door, and he was a member of Happy Science, and I was kind of curious what he was reading, and started borrow the books and started reading of masters. And when I read the Laws of the Sun, so that was the time when I got everything clear. I was thinking why people are born on this earth, and also what should I do in the future. So everything was in that book, and at the same time I saw the vision, or I got the inspiration, I would become a staff member of Happy Science and do the missionary work overseas. So that's the first inspiration that I got when reading the books. And then that vision hadn't been, erased or gone away. So every time I thought my future, that vision just came to me. So it doesn't go away. It didn't go away. So 15 years later, I got the interview by the staff member of Happy Science, and I became a staff member. So it took me 15 years to become a staff member, and 4 years later I had a chance to go to Hawaii and do the missionary work. So it took me 19 years to get here. Okay, and so reading books of the masters is also giving you the inspirations, and that's a good time, because when you read a book, you are relaxed, right? So the relaxing time is a time when you can get the inspiration. If you are tense, it's difficult, but if you are relaxed, you can get inspiration. So reading books, I recommend you to read books every day. Okay. So anyway, there are more inspirations that I got at the moment, which I won't tell you this time, but reading book is the time when you can get inspiration. Okay? And then, like I said, my vision, my inspiration, my picture didn't go away. So that means visualize it and hold the picture is very important. So check if you have a crystal clear vision of your dream. And it said that your subconscious mind accepts your vision, not the words and the numbers. Okay? So vision is important. And the clearer, the better. Okay. So I put the examples here. The second one said, John bought a house. Okay, so you can imagine John bought a house, right? But if you say, John bought a gorgeous big 3-story house like a castle on the hill in Sydney. So you can see what kind of house it is, right? So the clearer, the better. So like, suppose you would like to become unsui or trainee in Australia Shoshinkan, right? How clear the vision you had. How clear the vision you have leading, that is leading you to be actually unsui or trainee in Australia Shoshinkan. So it is like this. If you say, I wish I could be a trainee in Australia Shoshinkan. So if you say this word, the picture should be like this. So you can see maybe some of the parts, but not clear enough, right? So I chose this picture. I was trying to use Moen and Maki's picture, but if you see that, it looks ugly. So I stopped using your pictures. So instead of that, the us or the previous unsuis. So then, maybe you can say, I hope to become a trainee in Australia Shoshinkan. So it's you can feel more desire, but if you say I hope, maybe it's like this. Nothing much changed, but still, you need to make progress in it. So I would like to become. So your desire can be felt by the people who heard your desire. Okay, so it's maybe like this. So from black and white, it's becoming color, right? So then, I want to become. So now you will see clear and clear. So maybe it is like this. Almost. Then I am going to become a trainee in Australia Shoshinkan. So it's like this. So but I say it's not enough. So it should be, I am a trainee in Australia Shoshinkan. Thank you very much, Lord. So you have to be very affirmative. So then, like this. So please check if you have crystal clear vision of your dream. So that's the, I think that's everything. That's everything. And if you can hold this picture anytime you think about it, that is actually showing your guardian spirits and also guiding spirits in heaven where I would like to go, where you would like to go, okay? Where you are, So crystal clear vision is the key. And this represents how strong your belief is, how strong your faith is. That's almost everything. That's what the Master says, you can be the person you want to become. So you can think what you want to become. So after that, what you need to do is translate the vision into words. Then say the words every day or every time you can express. So from the Think Big Again, Master says, old suggestion works. Old suggestion means you tell yourself, you say yourself every time, okay? So suppose myself, what should I say is, I am a priest talking in front of 1,000 people every Sunday. So that's my vision. And if my vision is not crystal clear enough, so people are not coming. But I am feeling that they are coming. So I can see 1,000 faces here, right now. So like this, okay? So if you like to open the Japanese restaurant, so you cannot just say, oh, I want to become owner of the Japanese restaurant, or I'd like to open Japanese restaurant. So instead of that, you can say, I opened Japanese restaurant on the George Street. I see hundreds and thousands of people come in and eat every day. They are satisfied with the food. TV program picked up my restaurant and introduced to the viewers. From next day, more customers with smiles come and tell their friends about my restaurant. I now open next restaurant in Chatswood. So like this. So the clearer, the better. And the more details, the better. Okay? So you can actually create your future in your mind first. Then actually what you're thinking will manifest or realizes. Okay? So I have a wife here, and her friend, who is a Japanese lady, 31 years old, not the Happy Science member, but she lives in Los Angeles right now. So I heard this story from my wife, and it is very inspiring about this success story. Excuse me. So let me just briefly talk about her. She came to Los Angeles last June, which is almost 1 year ago, and started working. She is a nailist. Okay, she is a nailist, and she has a certificate as a nailist. And I came to Los Angeles and I started working. So that was last June 2012. And my wife was about to leave for New York, so she was trying to find a roommate, or not those who takes over her room. So then this lady came into her room instead of her. Okay, so that's why she knows about this story. So anyway, her dream is to become a nailist of Paris Hilton. You know Paris Hilton? Paris Hilton is the daughter of owner of Hilton Groups. Okay, so Paris Hilton. So she is always telling her friends that she would be the one, nailist of Paris Hilton, without doubt. So she was definite, and she was completely convinced by herself. So it's like unsui. I am a trainee in Australia Shoshinka. Not that I hope to be, or I wish I could. So she was always telling her friends, or I will be, I am a Paris Hilton's nailist. Okay? So that's her biggest dream. And the second dream is to become an official nail designer of Barbie. So you know the Barbie dolls, right? And also Barbie has a shop like Disney store in Harajuku in Japan right now, and also maybe all over the world. So they sell not only dolls but also stationeries and t-shirts or clothes and everything. So what she wanted to do was, one day she became official nail designer of the Barbie. Okay, so those are the dreams that she had. So, and my wife is following her Facebook, and every day she uploaded her works of the nail tips. Okay, so she designed and make it and upload the picture. So I will show you what kind of picture is it. So it's like this. So maybe I will just reduce the lights. Right? So you can see she makes the nail chips representing the doll's costumes. You know, costume and a nail. Like this. The rose designing and also rose designs on the nail tips. And how about this one? Right? So it's very cute and well designed. Like this. So she always uploading on a Facebook her works. So it's almost professional, you can see. Right? So, like this. So, okay. Beautiful. So then, one day, the Barbie twittered about her nail works. And a little later, Barbie liked it on Facebook, on her works. So suddenly, more than 10,000 Barbie fans requested this girl as a friend. So, that happens. And she was like on the top of the mountains, top of the hill, like Bob says, right? She was in the middle of the success. That's what she felt. But at the same time, the crisis came to her. The beauty salon she works for is about to close due to the owner's I think due to some troubles between owner and the landlord. Okay, so that means she can't work there anymore. And also, the owner said to her, she was asked to go back to the previous workplace where it takes 2 hours away from her apartment, because her dream is working for the Barbie and also working for Hilton. So she moved to the central area of Los Angeles, not far away, So she was thinking she was on the process to success. This moment, she cannot just go back to the previous workplace and work again. So she took this opportunity as a chance, not the crisis. What she did was she started visiting clients, not waiting at the beauty salon. Okay, so she started visiting her clients because she had been working hardest of all the employees. She had so many her own clients, so she just asked them to call her for her services. So she is visiting clients' homes and maybe hotels, wherever clients called her. Okay, so it was like this, no break, all day long. and only lunchtime she had a break, but only 5 minutes. So that's how she has been working. Okay. So I don't identify her because if it's on YouTube on this, the owner might be arrested because he made her work no break time and long hours. So I just say, whatever she did, as she is making efforts. She put her whole energy into her dream, her professions. So anyway, when she started visiting clients, one of the clients is an actress who is not so popular. The actress likes her nailing skills so much. So one of the clients is actress, okay, and she likes her skill very well. And one day she visited this actress' home to do the nailing, okay. So it came like this. Then what happened? The actress has become a goddess of chance. You want to hear about it, right? So, goddess. What if your salon closes? So she asked, goddess asked, or actress asked her, what if your salon closes? So this, I would say Ms. A replied, "Oh, I am now on the process to obtain the certificate for visiting business. And my dream is to become an official nail designer of Barbie." So she expressed her dream, at this moment. And then the goddess said, "Really? I have taken a role of Barbie at the annual festival of Barbie several times." So she was actually Barbie, right? So the actress was a Barbie. And Ms. A has been doing services to her. That means she was already the designer, nail designer of the Barbie. So she found out that fact. And then, oh my God. So the Miss A said, "Oh my God." And she showed some of her works to this goddess of chance. So this goddess again replies to her, surprised at her works, and I say, "Oh, you can. I have a friend who designs Barbie's dresses, and I will introduce you to her." So that happens. And then again, I also introduce you to CRISTINA Aguilera and Kate Beckinsale. So I don't know who the hell they are, but they are actresses and famous actresses in the United States. So it came like this. Just from last June to this 7 months ago. So it doesn't even take 1 year to happen. So for your information, this is CRISTINA Aguilera. Okay, so I don't know, but this is CRISTINA Aguilera. You know? Okay. Singer. Okay, that's singer. And for your information again, Kate Beckinsale. So, so Scott knows everything. Anyway. So, this is what happened to her. And the next day, an email from Goddess of Chance. What was texted in her text was, "I told you a phone number to Paris Hilton, so she may call you." So everything just happened at the same time. Miss A never told the goddess chance about Paris Hilton that this happens. So you can see how powerful your mind power is, and crystal clear vision all the time, and say the words every day or every time you can express your feelings. It's that simple, because Master says 90%, well, we have 100% power, but we only use 10% each day. And 90%, which is your guardian spirit and your subconscious mind, cannot be used unless you notice it, or unless you realize it, how powerful it works. Okay? So, again, for your information, this is Paris Hilton. Good morning, Bob. Thank you for coming. Okay. Yes. So, at the last, I will say, use the prayer, because we have been, reincarnating over and over and again. We have certain tendency, to be poor, to be rich, or to be wealthy, or to be, too generous, to be too kind. So whatever you have been creating your tendency for last millions of years or so. So if you want to change, you can use the prayer, because Lord Alcantara is responsible for this earth, and so he has the biggest power on this earth, and there are about 500 angels working for him. So your prayer will be heard by not only your guardian spirit, but also those angels, okay, who are specialized in what you pray for. If you pray for the recovery from illness, there's angels who are specialized in medical field. So they are coming to you and help. Unless you pray, they cannot work, because you don't pray. So you can pray anytime you come here. So I would like to be, rich. You can say, I am rich. And if that sounds too odd to you, you can say, I am going to be rich. Okay? So you can say those words. Not just I wish I could, or I hope. No, I am, or I am going to. So you can use those words. Okay? So then, the prayer can make your mind a little by little change. So then, your mind is now set in your goal or target that attracts whatever you need, whatever you want. And you can just grab the chance. Okay? So, the prayer and happy signs can change your subconscious mind and guardian spirit. And if your dream and goal contribute to others' happiness, you will get more supports. Remember, you are an employee of the Lord, and your real employer is the Lord. So that means you have to see what Lord wants to do on this earth, what the God wants you to do. That's not harming people, that's not bothering people. That should be helping people and make this world better, right? So if you're on that track, more guardian spirits and the guiding spirits will help you. And Mark told before about the how to clean your mind, self-reflection. It's like glass. If you don't clean your glass, if you don't clean your mind, the dust is just stacking up and the light cannot come in, or you cannot see outside from your mind. So self-reflection is needed to clear away the dust, and then inspiration come in easily, and you can get the supports from your guardian spirit and also guiding spirits easier way. Okay, so what I talked today, in short, this is a practical ways to be successful. One, have a big dream. Destination is important. Check if you have the goal or destination in this year, by the end of this year, and next year, maybe in 5 years, what you really want to do or what you really want to become. So it doesn't take more than 10 years or 15 years to achieve your goal. So you can imagine whatever you want. There is no limitation. So that's the first point. And try to find your mission, which is that you have to be spiritual enough to get the inspiration. So always inspiration and ideas coming into you in a very short time. It's like 1 second or 2 seconds, but with that 1 second or 2 seconds can change your life, right? So nowadays the idea is always helping your business ideas. So ideas from heavenly world can help you more people, right? So you have to be spiritual enough in a good way, and the more supports are coming in. But like maybe take example from Steve Jobs. So he created iPad. Well, that's just one idea. But nowadays everybody has smartphones and iPad, and making life a little easier, right? So idea is important. And also, if you want to have some, I don't know, whatever you are dreaming of, not just idea comes in, but also supporters just attracted by your dream and a wish, and they say, oh, I'd like to help you. I'd like to help you out with the money, fund, or maybe place, whatever, you know. So first point is have a big dream, and that attracts more people or more ideas. Okay. And then third point is visualize your goal and hold the vision. The clearer, the better. So to do so, you need translate your vision into words to write down. So remember the Harvard University students, 3% of them visualize it, make plans, and they write down on a piece of paper. So 10 years later, they earn money. Their income is 10 times as much as of the rest. So that makes much difference. It's not too late for anybody here to start this. Okay? 60 years old, 70 years old, 80 years old, it's not late. So you can start anytime, because if some miracles happens, or if medical technique is improving so much in 3 years, 5 years, okay, our average age of the death can be 120, right? So even, or maybe you don't want to live like that, but everything will be improved. Your skin is still younger enough, and your leg is also young enough to walk or run. So I don't know, maybe it's gonna happen that bulb is running in 20 years because of the techniques or skills or any device that can be created by the human beings. Okay, so anything can be happening. So it's not too late for anybody to start. And then if you write down your dreams, tell yourself the words every day without doubt. It should be 100% belief. Okay? If you have a doubt, even a 1%, so that can become 2%, 3%, and 10%, and 50%. Oh, my dream is not realizing anyway. So like this. But you have to keep it 100%. Okay? And if you can hold it, that means that will realize. That's a rule. And that applies to anybody. Okay? So that's a rule. That's a law. And then use prayers. So if you need some helps, use the prayers. So they are here, hearing your wish, hope, desires, and wants. So they will come to you and help you. Then after that, you have to be aware of chances given by a goddess. So remember the story that I talked today. If she didn't make efforts, she wouldn't have met the actress, right? And if she was going back to the previous workplace, again she never met this actress that introduced her, Barbie, and Paris Hilton. So, for your information, she didn't get the call from Paris Hilton yet, but you can see it's almost there. It's close. Okay, so that excitement is always happening to you, not only to her, because she is not even a Happy Science member. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Oh, I don't say doesn't matter, but even a non-member can achieve that process. We all can do. And if you're not achieving your dream with the biggest power on the earth, that means you are going towards wrong direction on purpose. Otherwise, your dream can happen so soon. About her, it didn't take even 1 year to achieve that path. So if you dream of it and visualize it and crystal clear picture you have that can lead your subconscious mind, which is guardian spirit, and you to the place where you are dreaming of. Okay? So be aware of chances given by a goddess. So people have tendency to miss the chance, and people don't see that as a chance. That was actually given by a god. So you have to grab, So today I have Mandy here. So I heard your story, The mother had a flyer, and Mandy was interested in the flyer, right? So then came here. So that kind of stuff. So just grab the chance, and especially when you use the prayers, or especially when you pray to the Lord, they always give something to you, some answers. So you have to look for it every day in your life. There is a chance, and there is a key to open your success. Okay. So that's it. But this is kind of an entrance for your success. This is the beginning theory of the success. So I'm trying to speak a little more detail or further informations about the success from now on using this year's Sunday services. Okay, so this is kind of entrance. So if you see the first chapter or second chapter of Laws of Future, you will see most of the parts, most of the contents that I spoke today. So read and read and read it, and contemplating whatever you are thinking, and also pray to the Lord every day. You will get more inspirations, you will get more guidances, and that will tell you what you should do. You know, I am getting inspiration, but I don't get the inspiration that I'm playing piano like Yuko does, right? So it should be to you only. The inspiration is only to you. So that's the difference. And you pray, the answer will be coming to you soon. So then grab the chance. So that's about it, and I hope everybody can utilize these ways to success, and hopefully next month or 2 months later you will achieve some of the parts of your dreams. Thank you very much.